Thank you all for coming. I'm Andy Butler. I'm the CEO of Square Panda. And I'm going to make first of all, this is my first ASU GSV convention, and it's really exciting to be here to learn all the different ways educational technology can make an impact on the educational realities that we are all too familiar with. I'm going to make a rather bold statement about the area we're focused on. There is no single area of educational activities that's more important than language and reading skill acquisition between the ages of 2 to 7 years old. If a child does not read or have proper language skills, all the other advancements that we here are trying to support are fairly irrelevant. And I'll talk to you about how we intend to make an impact in that area. But I'd like to start with, because we have a physical interface to tablets, and it's hard to demonstrate here, we have a video that our board member and early investor, Andre Agassi, was grateful enough to narrate. So if you could cue in the video, please.
As a parent and founder and chairman of the Andre Agassi Foundation for Education, I know one of the most important skills for a child to possess as they enter kindergarten is a basic understanding of phonics. But reading is not only the key to all learning, it is the key to the self-confidence required for every child, even before they enter the classroom for the first time. That's why I want to tell you about a revolutionary new learning system designed for kids 2 to 8. It's called Square Panda. Square Panda is a tactile, visual, and audio phonics learning system that automatically adapts to a child's skill level through physical play and interaction. It starts with the basics of letter recognition, differentiating one letter from the next, putting the letter in the box, and placing letters from left to right to form a word. You're a great scholar. Oh, I want to play too. From there, Square Panda advances through multiple levels of curriculum. It tackles everything from simple word constructions, rhyming, double vowel constructions, and on and on. For the last 20 years at the Agassi Foundation for Education, our mission has been to provide high-quality childhood education. I believe technology can play a key role to this objective, and that's why I and the Agassi Foundation for Education have chosen to partner with Square Panda. I would never ask anyone to get involved in something I didn't believe in. Square Panda is unique and has the potential of creating generations of confident readers. With education, there is hope.
Thank you, Andre. And by the way, Andre is giving one of the keynotes at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I encourage you all to attend. Let's jump first to our mission statement. Our mission is to provide access to opportunity, and we'll use that word a lot, through literacy and multilingualism. The two are interrelated, and there's benefits we can learn from kids that are struggling to read that reinforce what we're trying to do on the bilingual, teaching bilingualism. And there's things we learn from the bilingualism side that can reinforce what our techniques and our curriculum on those that are struggling with reading. I'm going to go back to this slide, which is specific to North American realities. And it's a shocking statistic. 66% of all kids in the United States are not reading fluently by the 4th grade. What reading fluency means is they're still working out phonetic decoding. And so 80% of their cognitive concentration is going into the act of trying to read and not absorbing content. We have longitudinal studies from Rutgers University, from the Clinton Foundation, et cetera, that span over 50 years. We know that 66% is not going, the vast majority are not going to go to college. A large percentage are going to experience teenage pregnancy. A large percentage are going to drop out. This is catastrophic for the United States. We cannot advance ourselves to the economy of the future leaving behind 66% of the population. The only way you escape that, if you're in that 66% of the population, is if your parents are affluent and can afford tutors and private school systems. We also know, beyond causal effects, that 70% of the prison population of the United States is functionally illiterate. How can we live with that? That's just crazy and obscene. We know that 41% of that population is dyslexic. 15% of the US population is dyslexic. 40% in the prison population is dyslexic. You see the relationship? Frustration at an early age with education, abandonment of your education potential, has huge societal impacts in the United States. So the solution is to work within kids' natural desire to learn through play and experimentation. What we offer that's really unique is we offer a curriculum-intensive program that's multisensory. We work closely with Stanford University, Professor Bruce McCandless, who heads up the Science of Learning department, to really build in deep curriculum backed by the latest research on how the brain actually has to rewire itself to become a fluent reader. We never evolved to become natural readers. Only 20% of the population is natural readers. Everybody else, every other kid has to go through a circuitous path to rewire their brain in a unique way to become a natural reader. It cries out for individualized adaptive instruction that essentially customizes the curriculum. And that's what we do at Square Panda. We have various components, pyramids of components of our product platform. But I also want to briefly speak about what we're doing in China, because we actually have a large office in China where we're promoting bilingualism, which is incredibly important because 85% of parents realize that English, mother tongue fluency in English, is a key to success in China. But there's also another subterranean reason why it's so important. Because Chinese isn't a phonetic-based language, and because the techniques for discovering dyslexia are basically, the primary techniques are through phonetic decoding and analysis of that. By teaching English, we also can identify the 15% of the population in China that's dyslexic, like my adopted daughter from China, who happens to be dyslexic and who is now doing really well in school. Thank you very much.